Have you ever wondered why life is full of unexpected twists and turns? Let's take a moment to ponder on the tale of a young man who was blessed with all the privileges that life could offer. Born into affluence, he had every material possession that most people could only dream of. His life, a picture-perfect postcard of prosperity and privilege. Yet within the confines of his gilded cage, he felt a profound emptiness, a hollowness that no amount of wealth could fill, an existential void that the glittering facade of his life could not mask. He had all the things that were supposed to make him happy, yet happiness eluded him. This young man's predicament paints a paradox that many of us grapple with in our lives. We live in a world that equates happiness with material possessions. We're taught to believe that the more we have, the happier we'll be. But as this young man's story unfolds, we realize that this couldn't be further from the truth. Happiness is not a commodity that can be bought or sold. It's not a destination we reach after accumulating a certain amount of wealth. Instead, it is a state of being that comes from within. It is the tranquility of the soul, the inner peace that comes from contentment with what we have, and the joy that springs from appreciating the simple things in life. The young man, in his quest for happiness, eventually realized this truth. He understood that the glittering allure of material possessions was merely a mirage, a fleeting illusion that offered no real sustenance to his soul. He discovered that the true wealth lies not in the abundance of possessions, but in the richness of the soul. In the end, he found his happiness not in the things he owned, but in the peace and contentment that came from within. He discovered the paradox of life, that real wealth is not measured by what we have, but by who we are. So the young man learned that the real wealth is not in material possessions, but in the richness of the soul. Do you know what makes ordinary people achieve extraordinary feats? Let me tell you a story about a woman named Mary. Mary was an ordinary woman with extraordinary dreams. She was born into a humble family, living in a small town with limited opportunities. But she had a dream of becoming a successful entrepreneur, a dream of owning her own business. Mary faced numerous setbacks. There were countless times when she was told, "Mary, it's too hard. Mary, you don't have the resources. Mary, it's impossible." But did she listen? No. She pressed on. She persisted. She never lost sight of her dream. Her journey was not easy. There were times of self-doubt and hardship. There were nights when she would stay up late, working tirelessly to make her dream a reality. There were days when the world seemed to be against her, when every door she knocked on would close in her face. But Mary, she was a fighter. She was determined. She believed in the power of determination. She believed that it wasn't about how much money she had or about the connections she lacked. It was about her tenacity, her willpower, her unyielding desire to succeed. She believed that as long as she was determined, as long as she never gave up, she could achieve anything. And she was right. Over time, Mary's determination paid off. She started her own business, a small bakery in her hometown. It was a success. From there, she expanded, opening more branches, hiring more staff. Before she knew it, she was a successful entrepreneur, just like she had always dreamt of being. And so the woman realized that with determination and perseverance, she could overcome any obstacle. Her story is a testament to the power of determination. It's a reminder that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what obstacles you face, if you are determined, if you never give up, you can achieve extraordinary feats. You can turn your dreams into reality. Ever thought about the impact of a simple act of kindness? Let me tell you a tale that speaks volumes about the significance of kindness. Once upon a time, in the heart of a bustling city, lived a young boy named Sam. Sam was an observant child, always noticing things that others would often overlook. One such observation was of a homeless man who lived on the same street. Every day, Sam would pass by the man on his way to school. He noticed the man's ragged clothes, his thinning hair, and the sadness in his eyes. Sam could not ignore the man's plight. One day, he decided to share his packed lunch with the man. This wasn't a grand gesture, it was just a sandwich and an apple, but the gratitude in the man's eyes was immeasurable. Time passed, and Sam's simple act of sharing his lunch became a daily routine. The homeless man, who we'll call Joe, started looking forward to these small meals and the warm smiles that came with them. This act of kindness from Sam did more than just stave off Joe's hunger. It instilled a sense of hope in him. One day, Joe wasn't on the street corner. Sam found out that Joe had managed to find a job and a place to live. Joe's life had taken a turn for the better. and it all started with a simple sandwich and an act of kindness. This story is a testament to the power of kindness. In today's world where we are often caught in the hustle and bustle of our own lives, it's easy to overlook the struggles of others. But remember, kindness isn't always about grand gestures. It can be as simple as sharing a meal, lending a listening ear, or offering a smile. Kindness is a universal language that transcends barriers and brings people together. It has the power to change lives just like it did for Sam and Joe. So let's strive to be kinder, to be more understanding and compassionate. Because as Sam discovered, even the smallest act of kindness can make a big difference. Have you ever felt the liberating power of forgiveness? Let me share with you a story about an old man who had carried a grudge against his longtime enemy. For years, the bitterness ate away at him, stealing his joy, his peace, and even his health. His days were clouded with anger and his nights were haunted by resentment. One day, the old man decided to let go of the grudge. He walked up to his enemy's door, took a deep breath, and forgave him. It wasn't easy, but in that moment, he felt a burden lift off his shoulders. He felt lighter, as if he had shed years of accumulated heaviness. You see, forgiveness is not about forgetting or condoning the wrongs done to us. It's about releasing ourselves from the chains of bitterness and resentment that bind us. It's about choosing peace over conflict, love over hate. It's about acknowledging the pain, yet deciding not to let it define us. The old man's decision to forgive didn't change the past, but it did change his future. His heart, once filled with anger and hatred, was now filled with peace and compassion. His sleep, once disturbed by bitter thoughts, was now calm and serene. His life, once dictated by resentment, was now guided by love and understanding. Forgiveness, my friends, is a powerful healer. It mends broken hearts, restores peace of mind, and heals the soul. It's a gift we give to ourselves, a gift that sets us free from the prison of the past and opens the door to a future filled with peace and happiness. The wisdom of forgiveness is a lesson we all need to learn. It's a lesson that teaches us to let go of the pain, to embrace the power of love, and to live our lives with grace and dignity. The old man found that forgiveness was the key to peace and happiness. So, are you ready to unlock the door to your own peace and happiness? So, what do these stories tell us about life? They reveal to us the paradox of life, a beautiful conundrum that keeps us on our toes, reminding us that it is the unexpected twists and turns that make life's journey so riveting. They instill in us the power of determination, the unyielding spirit that fuels our dreams and aspirations, and the courage to rise, to strive, and to conquer, even when the odds are stacked against us. They underscore the importance of kindness, the simple acts of compassion that can ignite a beacon of hope and warmth in someone's world, reminding us that our greatest strength lies in our ability to touch lives and make a difference. They teach us the wisdom of forgiveness, the liberating power that heals, that frees us from the shackles of resentment and bitterness, allowing us to embrace peace and serenity. These lessons can guide us, inspire us, and help us lead a more meaningful and fulfilling life. In the end, life is not about the destination, but the journey. And it's these lessons that make the journey worthwhile.